Okay, so I put it in here. Wait, let me check if Craig is in here just to be sure. Yes, Craig is in here. All right, let's go start the event. All right. Welcome everyone to the next panel, which is Artist Showcase with OcaRockaRina.
Guys, good to be here.
And of
I
course,
ask that you go if you go easy on me. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm just gonna try to, make it through and not mess up too much.
oh, I see Domestic Maid in the audience. Hey.
Oh, hey, Dom. Good to see ya.
And of course, if you guys have any questions for Rena here, you can put your questions in the side chat here. And as a reminder, please do not swear and do not put any abbreviations of swear words in the side chat, just as a friendly reminder. So, oh, and I also see B Layer 2 here. Hey.
Blair, what's up? Oh, you guys showing up for me makes me feel special.
All right, so let's get started, shall we?
All right. Well, do do you say the first few words or do I just dive in?
Yeah, you can show your artwork and then I'll ask my first question for you. I'm very curious, like what got you started into doing art? Like tell us like your background.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think like a lot of artists, ever since I was little, I've just loved drawing, just been fascinated with creating things, just animation, all of that. So honestly, I mean, as cliche as it might sound, I've been, drawing my entire life and just, kept at it. And eventually, I was able to turn it into a worthwhile career, which is, just mind blowing to think about, doing what I love. So,
Wow. Yeah, because that's gonna be really cool, because I know for a fact that you do work for Gold Ring Agency. So tell us
yeah.
what's that been like, working with like Ryan Drummond and Scott Dreyer and David Humphrey. Like tell us about that.
Yeah. So like you mentioned, if anyone is here who doesn't know what the Gold Ring Agency is, it's a talent agency featuring, the some of the original voice actors from the Sonic Adventure era games, including Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes. And they include Ryan Drummond as Sonic, Scott Dreyer as Knuckles, and David Humphrey as Shadow. And yeah, I have been blessed with the opportunity to be a part of the agency. I am their residential artist, and I just, I've actually known Ryan for years, so everything just kind of came together. You look back on your life and you kind of see how things just happen, and a pathway opens and everything, and it's just, it's just really surreal to be where I am. 20 years ago when I was playing the games with their voices, well, and more recently, and it hasn't been 20 years since I played the games, but you know what I mean. When I was playing them for the first time 25 years ago, I never would have imagined I'd be making artwork for them to sign at their tables at conventions. And so seeing fans get like one of my artworks at their tables and have it signed by one of those guys, it's just it. I can't really describe it. It's kind of a full circle moment, and just it's an honor, honestly, just to be able to do what I do. So I'm so thankful to them.
Wow, awesome. Because like when you think about it, like you were just, young when you were like playing these games, and then now you actually get to work with these people, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, when you're a kid, you never imagine, something like that really would happen. And it's just crazy to kind of see how just everything, just fell into place to, where I ended up where I am today. So it's just crazy. That's all I can, it's just crazy, but I love it so much.
Absolutely. Would you like to showcase like your art pieces? And
Yeah, so I actually, that's a good segue because I actually brought along some of the pieces I've done for the Gold Ring Agency. So, first up, we have this banner that I did for Ryan, obviously. I did all the artwork, just everything in this. Except these logos, of course. Though, I mean, I did do
Mm.
the Gold Ring Agency logo, but anyway, that's besides the point. But, I wanted to, for this, represent all the different characters and mostly Sonic, but different iterations that he voiced through his 5-year stint as Blue Blur. So we have over here. Can you see my cursor on the screen? Does that show up or does it?
Um,
I'm just curious.
yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Hey guys. All right, we're doing great. Okay, so of course you got Supersonic here. So Ryan, for people who don't know, he voiced Sonic from Sonic Adventure to Sonic Heroes. Well, technically, I guess Sonic Battle, but Sonic Heroes was the last mainline game. So that was 1999 to 2000, well, 2005. And so Sonic Shuffle, we got this Sonic here. That was from a Dreamcast era game where it used cell shading. So I basically just wanted to capture that, um, the feel of the model. Here we got Sonic Battle, which has got a popular art style, the kind of angular, blocky aesthetic. Right here, of course, Sonic Adventure 2 with the soaps. I love the soap shoes so much, and I had to put them on a little rail there. We got, and of course, these two pieces, the adventure era, I got to shout out Yuji Uekawa, who is the GOAT doing the Sonic Adventure era art style, which, he still does artwork to this day, and he's a huge inspiration to me. So, just wanted to get that out there. You got Sonic Heroes, and you got I tried to do the 3D model, you know, in game, kind of got the shine on there. Got Sonic Advance, giving a little pixelated look. And then Ryan was Metal Sonic in Heroes and Metal Overlord and Neo Metal Sonic, this guy right here. So I added them. And back here we got Knuckles from also Sonic Shuffle with his little, kind of dorky looking, that's how he looked in the game. So I tried to capture that. And then right here, if you see, you got a little streak speeding by. That's Super Shadow. For those who don't know, Ryan had a total of 3 lines where he voiced Super Shadow during the Final Hazard boss fight at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. The story is simply David Humphrey had left for the day, and instead of calling him back, they just got Ryan to mimic his voice and do 3 lines. So wanted to throw Shadow on there too as a shout out. So that's this banner, and I know that was a long explanation, but that's that's all I got to say about that, I guess.
Wow. Nice.
Can you tell it's
That
my first time doing this? I know I'm stumbling around, so please guide me.
Oh no, you're all good. Very, very, very nice banner. Like,
Well, thank you,
because
thank you.
if I saw that from like a mile, depending how big the convention, exhibit hall is, yeah, that would immediately catch my eye.
Well, thank you. Yeah, let me I have let's see, there's just a bit of a closer one, but here's one with, Ryan in it, of course, so you can kind of get a feel for the banner. It's, like 5 feet, 5 by, I don't know. It's pretty big. So, seeing it after I had been working on my iPad for a couple months, on all the different pieces of it, seeing it printed out that big was pretty crazy. So, um, yeah.
Wow.
One more thing, I did with some of my pieces that I brought today. I have some time lapse drawings. I do all my art in Procreate. So just to kind of give you a behind the scenes view of the process, kind of how I stumble together and make something, work. So I've got here, Hero Sauna. You can kind of see just the how I start. I always start like 9 times out of 10 with a paper sketch. I take a photo of that, put it on my iPad, and then I just, trace over that pretty much. So just so you can see that I'm not an AI, I actually do my artwork. That's just a
Mhm.
little video there. So
Ooh. I love when artists do that. They do like a time lapse video of like, oh, this is how it starts, and then it's so good.
yeah, yeah. It's I rarely upload mine just because I'm usually embarrassed by mine because Uh, just because I'll go through like sometimes I'll have like this one little detail that I can't get right. So I spend like hours working on it. And then so like, if I uploaded a time lapse of like some drawings, you'd see like, this just focus, like this block of time focused on like one little thing. And I'm like, I don't want people to see, how, you know, I'm not like it's not totally smooth, but I'm okay with telling you guys for, but,
Mm, gotcha. Like, you really captured the hero's style very well.
oh,
Like,
thank you. The yeah, shine and all. Tried
like,
to,
it's kind of like a metallic shine when you look
yeah,
at the way
exactly.
the
I
characters
mean that,
look.
yeah, that's what makes the style, iconic. I mean that, stands out.
Absolutely. If you guys have any questions, you could put here in the chat.
Yes, by all means, please ask questions so I'm not just, you know, blubbering around like a fool.
Oh, domestic base, like, wow, so inspiring. I can see it.
Oh, thanks, Dom. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, okay. Here's a question from Mayo V Animates. Where did you start your Sonic journey? I guess maybe like what was like your entry point?
Yeah, entry points, just Sonic in general. I played, let's see, I had a Genesis, so I did play a little bit of Sonic 3, but it wasn't until, yeah, as fate would have it, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube that I really got into Sonic and just became a full-fledged fan. Not a full-fledged flan, not that, but a fan. And so, since then, it was back 2002 when I was 11, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of old now. But it ever since then, I've just been, full on Sonic fanatic, and it's kind of around that time where I would just, like if I'm at school, I would doodle, while the teacher's talking about something, I would just doodle things in my notebook, and of course Sonic was a big, a popular uh, character that I would doodle a lot of. So I ended up just in my life, as it evolved and as I grew up, just drawing a lot of Sonic, which has led me to this point. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, I would say so. Like we all have like our different entry points. And I kind of feel like you can just like go into like any media of Sonic. for your entry point. Because my entry point was Sonic X. Like, I had no prior knowledge who this blue hedgehog was until Sonic X was airing on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what's so cool about Sonic is that there are all these different iterations of the character and different games, different voice actors, and everybody kind of has their own favorite, like the one that's kind of like their Sonic. And I think that's really cool. And but we all, at the end of the day, we all still love Sonic in general, so we can unite around him. I just think that's, it's a really special series. Just, brings a lot of people together, which is what we need more of in this world.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. I see a question from Kevin. What's it
Hey,
like from
Kevin.
oh,
Sorry.
what's it like from personal experience to make art prints for the various Sonic VAs?
It just, it's, man, how do I describe it? Just, I don't, it's just, it's like a dream, of course. I mean, just, I guess process wise, you're probably asking more on the technical issue. I'll get with them and kind of we bounce around some ideas, and I'll, like maybe like, for example, like Scott Dreyer, he wanted me to do one for Knuckles with, um, like in one of the stages from Sonic Adventure 2. So I've actually made a couple, in Pumpkin Hill and Meteor Herd. And so I kind of, they kind of come to me with their initial, like, hey, I want a print of, my character doing this or representing this game or something like that. And then I'll kind of take that concept and, flesh it out a bit and, come up with the art piece. And then we'll kind of exchange them back and forth to make sure, they like where it's going and everything. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you get the final piece.
Mm, nice. Oh, okay. I see another question here by B Layer 2. Who is your favorite to draw and who is your least favorite to draw and why? Oh, asking both. I see what you're doing here, B Layer 2.
Oh, let's see. I mean, definitely. I mean, I gotta say Sonic's my favorite. Just he's the easiest for me to draw, probably because I've drawn so much of him, so he just comes most naturally. So it's just kind of a more pleasant process whenever I have to draw Sonic because it just kind of flows better. Like I'm just so used to drawing him in like every single angle and pose imaginable. So it just, comes together a lot more quickly than some other characters. Like least favorite, I mean, if I just least favorite my character to draw that I've drawn in the past, I'd say uh E102 Gamma or something, just one of the robots. Just because that getting all those technical, uh, the all the angles and everything. That it's just, I'm more of a flowy, fluid kind of like art person. So when I have to draw something that's very technical and kind of rigid in a way, it's definitely, not as enjoyable for me. So I'd probably say he'd be my, I love the character. Sorry, Gamma, but yeah, the drawing him, I drew him once, like a few years ago, and haven't touched him since. So
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. Like drawing the robot characters is tough. Like I think I always struggle with Omega, especially because it's like he's so lanky. I mean,
yeah,
like because it's like he has like it kind of looks like shoulder pads to me. Like his arm
Yeah,
looks like
exactly.
shoulder, and I'm kind of like I'm not used to drawing like you know like this, so it's definitely a
Yeah,
struggle
exactly.
with robot characters. It's definitely tough.
Yeah, I don't think I've even attempted Omega, so good on you for doing that. That's something I don't even want to try.
Oh, there's like B layers like yes, machines are so hard.
Girl, Blair, come on, you are amazing. I don't believe you. I don't think anything is hard for you. I've seen your work. Come on now. You make it look
Oh.
so effortless. Seriously.
Oh my gosh. Rainboom literally said, I know, right? Drawing machines are so hard though, especially that one time I drew both classic and modern Metal Sonic. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It-
Metal for me, Metal Sonic is a little bit better than like the Gamma or Omega, just because he's a little bit closer to Sonic in shape, obviously. But yeah, I mean, the you still have to get all those technical details, like all the little, it's yeah. I totally hear what you're saying. Yes.
like and then I think I saw in the side chat here, like it's like lol, oh stop. It's like a
Is
lot of
that
emojis.
Blair?
Yeah, Blair.
Uh,
Like thank you.
try and make me.
Oh, Mayo said they tried to draw the Blue Falcon. Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
very
uh
cool. Yeah, I have not. So, I mean, yeah, I would probably stumble and it would not look great. So, I'm sure yours is pretty awesome though.
hmm. Oh, I'm very curious, Rena, do you have works that you've done for Scott and David? I'm very curious
Oh,
to see
I
if you.
do. Yeah, I forgot. We've been talking. I forgot I even have more art pieces to show. Yeah, so let me get out of this real quick and I'll just jump down because most of these I have just a few that I did for Scott and David. It's just a collage kind of. So you've got the one I was talking about with the meteor herd with Knuckles, Pumpkin Hill. You got a Shadow, Radical Highway, and a Chaos Control.
Yeah, but feel free, audience, to put more questions in here.
Yes, please, please do. Ask me what my favorite food is. I don't care. Ask me anything. Well, maybe not anything.
Oh.
I take that back. Please don't
Oh
ask me
no.
anything.
I see a question by Cake Magic. Sorry if you mentioned this earlier, but is there any Sonic VAs you love to do art for? So other than, Ryan, Scott, and David, is there like any other Sonic VAs you love to do art for?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I've actually been lucky enough to do some artwork for Lisa Ortiz, who was Amy during, the Sonic X and the Four Kids voice actor era. And I did a little something for Pete Capella, who Silver, but it was more of like a joke piece. It wasn't like something. It's not something he sells at his table. But for let's see, who would I want to work with? Man, you know who I would actually really like to work with or do an art piece for. So I love this might be I don't know how popular this opinion is, but Tails' voice in the adventure games. So he was voiced by two twins, brothers, Corey Bringus and Connor Bringus, and that voice I think just fits Tails so perfectly. I would love to, to my knowledge, he doesn't do conventions or they, I should say, don't do conventions or anything. But that would be kind of like if you want a weird answer, that would be kind of who I would love to do something for, just because, that would be another kind of full circle moment. Like as a kid, I always loved how Tails sounded in the adventure game. So to kind of do something for one of them or both of them, and just do a Tails piece, I think would be really cool. So that's, yeah, again, I don't know if that'll ever come to fruition, but I think that, yeah, I'd be totally down with that.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because it would be so cool if you did like, if you did like, with other like voice actors, from like different eras too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, hey, well, I was gonna say doing something for Jim Carrey would be nice, but he's not a voice actor technically. But yeah, for like the movies, doing any of the movie cast, I mean, that would be pretty awesome. But man, it's just there's so many talented voice actors who have voiced the characters over these past 3 decades. That I mean, if any of them, pretty much anyone who has come up to me requesting me to do an art piece for them, I have done. I've been honored to do. So, I would, anyone would be great.
Ooh. Oh yeah, have you found the piece because you're still on the video thing?
Wait, I'm still
Or
on the video?
yeah, it's not showing from my perspective.
What? What? It's been showing for me for the past like 5 minutes. Is it really not? Oh boy, sorry guys. See, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me try this again. Is this,
Uh,
is it showing up? It's still, no, okay, I see it is still showing the, uh, okay, let me get rid of that.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, wait, I was like, it's still showing the
My
video.
bad. Again, this is the first time I've done this, and I am just, an idiot.
Oh no,
So,
you're all good. You're
no,
all
it's
good.
okay. We can all admit it. I've got flaws, but here we go. Okay. So is it showing up now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we've got the Knuckles in Meteor Herd over here.
Ooh.
We've got Shadow doing a Chaos Control. On here we've got Knuckles in Pumpkin Hill, iconic stage.
Yes.
And equally as iconic, we got Shadow in Radical Highway.
Wow, those are beautiful,
Oh,
Rena.
well, thanks. That's
Like,
sweet. Thank you.
I love that you can do backgrounds. Like, backgrounds take a
I
lot of time.
I appreciate that. And let me say, I could not always do background. So it really wasn't until, maybe 5 years ago when I actually started to try to focus on doing backgrounds. Because before that, I would always just do like character art and everything. And then I'm like, well, I should maybe try to expand out of just doing that. So it just takes practice and just, the more you do it, the better you get. So, don't let that kind of fear, I know it seems like a big daunting thing, adding like backgrounds to some pieces, but just, the more you do it, better it'll look and you'll get the hang of it.
Mm, yeah, like, yeah, for sure. I think like the most detailed I've ever done was like, it was kind of like based off, it was based off one of the Sonic Channel Japanese websites, like, those
Yeah.
Sonic Picked, the lineless ones that they do with the characters.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah, that's
one
awesome.
I did one that was very similar to Sonic with the Coco on like Kronos Island. you know?
Yes. Yes.
So I did one with like Sonic and Amy, and a lot of people thought it was official, and I'm like, no, it's
Aw.
not. I'm
I
like
gotta, well, you
making
should be showing your artwork, not me. I gotta look that up after this. I want to see that. That sounds adorable.
Well, like I wasn't expecting like I didn't think people was gonna think it was official. I was just like, I just wanted to do that, and actually that artwork was used for the Simple and Clean cover that I collabed with my two BFFs, Andrew HBA and Doom the Mean Queen, you know, who sang it as Sonic and Amy for Simple and Clean.
Oh, that's awesome. Love
Mhm.
that.
And I literally told them, if I ever meet you both in person, I am going to print that on nice paper and give it to you as a gift. And I met them like 2 years ago and I gave it to them as a gift.
Oh,
And Andrew literally asked me, can you sign this? I was like, what? You want me to sign this? So
oh,
I
and
did.
okay, I'm sorry to butt in, but I just Googled it on my phone. Girl, this art is amazing. Like seriously, like I'm okay, I'm gonna get it pulled up on my screen. We don't need to look at my artwork. We need to look at yours. Let's see.
No.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Like people thought it was official and I'm like it's not. It's like I just wanted to like do it in the art style because I love the lineless art style. um
Yeah, let me come on now. There I'm trying to click on it and of course it's well, don't load the video.
Ooh,
There
okay.
let me
Oh, sorry.
no, 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 you're
Um
good. Here, let me I think I've got it now. Just let me let's see, move around Discord.
I
Where
think
is
you have
my
to, yeah, your share screen.
yeah. Wait, now it says stop stream. Okay. Change stream. Yes, that's what I'm a pro streamer, guys. I really am. Okay. Now, is this going to show? It shows a blank screen. Okay, why does it show a blank screen?
There you go. Now it showed.
Okay, perfect. Look at that. I mean, that is so good. Seriously, like the colors, the atmosphere, I love it. Like seriously, I love it.
And people thought that was official, and I'm like, it's
Well,
not.
yeah, I can see why. I mean, I think I've seen that before, and honestly, yeah, I mean, it looks official. So, yeah,
So
that
I
is
gave
awesome.
so I gave that specific art piece to my BFFs who sang the song cover, and they actually loved it a lot. And they're like, and then when they felt the paper, they're like, "This is such beautiful quality paper." It's like I told you I was gonna put it
That's
on the
all.
nice paper.
Yeah, that's always a plus when the paper is, like really nice quality. It just, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see another one from Blair. They said, "What's your favorite part of the drawing process?"
Favorite part of drawing process. I would say, okay, there's two favorite parts for me. The beginning and the end. So let me explain. So the beginning, so the sketching process, that it when everything just kind of flows and it doesn't have to be perfect, you're just kind of doing your initial sketch, getting the idea from your brain onto the paper or on screen. Um, that is always just a lot of fun for me. Um, but then also seeing at the very end, seeing the final product, it's, that's kind of, it's really rewarding. So honestly, I mean, I guess when it comes to actually doing the thing, I mean, sketching, I do really like the sketching, but I still enjoy the whole process, of getting it to the finished piece and everything. Even though sometimes I'll get kind of stuck on something, in the middle, and I'll spend way too much time on that one little thing that nobody but me is ever going to notice. And, but eventually when I move on past that, then yeah, and get it done, then it's always nice to just kind of see something that, you had in your mind's eye, see it actually physically in front of you.
Mhm. I mean, that's understandable. Yeah, because when you first start it, you're like so excited, right? You're like, it's like let's
Right,
get
right.
started, and then you start the line art. Obviously the sketching phase. Depending on the pose, and then when you get to the end part where you're like doing the end touches, like adding all the final touches, and then yeah, both of
Yeah,
those are definitely
yeah,
satisfying. Um,
yeah.
because when you're in the middle of it, you're kind of like, okay, it's like you're just so focused and trying to get it done.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it can be, again, the middle part, it can drag on, so that's not always the best, but I'm feeling better about just knowing that, my artwork, it doesn't have to be perfect. Not, every little thing, every little detail, every little pixel, it really doesn't have to be perfect. And it looks like, as I said, that we have a special guest
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's bring them up. Let's
here.
bring them up. Let's bring them up.
Yes, please do. Please do, for everyone's sake.
I there you
I've been
go.
invited to speak. Oh, that's fancy.
Hey, everybody,
Oh,
it's Ryan Drummond,
Hi,
let's
everybody.
let's go.
the legend
Oh,
himself. He has come to save your ears from my mindless
I will
banter.
do no such thing. I'm just going to sit here and listen to OcaRockaRina talk.
Oh,
oh
you
my
don't want to
gosh.
do that, trust me.
All right, Reina. I do see another question by Mayo V Animates. Did it require art skills to draw them?
I
Question.
mean, you definitely art is something that you get better at over time, and so it definitely takes practice. But the most important thing is just have fun. What with I know it sounds so cliche, but seriously, have fun whatever you're drawing, because that's the most important part of making art is just enjoying the process and being able to share that bit of creativity, that's in you with the world. So yeah, it takes practice, but just if you enjoy the process, keep practicing, then those skills, that you need, they just kind of fall into place eventually.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. But why don't you like tell us, Rena, about how like do you always have the references, when you're drawing the characters?
It depends. Like for Sonic, I have drawn him literally in my life thousands of times that I don't need a reference unless I'm trying to do like a specific style. Then I will want to see said style to kind of make sure I get all the details right. But I mean, for the character, himself, Sonic, it's second nature. But other characters and just other things, drawing in general, depending on what it is and how often I've drawn it. References, yes, 100%. And I think it's important that people think it's okay to use references. It's not, as long as you're not tracing it or anything, if you're just looking at a reference, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn and how you get better as an artist. And so, one thing, for example, is that I only need references still would be with humans. Like, if I'm doing human anatomy or something, I will try to find a photo of, human in as close of the position as I'm wanting, the drawing to be in and use that as a reference. Because, again, if it's anything that I'm not used to drawing, drawing just solely from imagination does usually end well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, references are always okay. I actually, when I went to uni, I actually had like an art class where our professor, before, like when we start class, he always had us have like our big sketchbook, and he said, have some objects in front of you and try not to and try not to look at your paper and look at what you're drawing in front of you. So when you do that, he said when you do that, you actually draw your subject matter more accurately. And
Yeah,
it really
yeah,
opened my worldview on that. So
yeah.
references are great.
Yes. Amen. Amen. So I know we got to wrap up soon, and I want Ryan to have some chance to shine since he was so kind to pop into the to my panel here. So I wanted to just real quick show the latest artwork that I've made for the guys. This is for the 25th anniversary of Sonic Adventure 2, which is of course this year. This is a poster you can get anywhere you see them, the three of them, any of their joint appearances at conventions. You can get them to sign this. There's a lovely photo of them.
Here's what it looks
You
like.
get all three. So, and their next stop is going to be this coming weekend in South Carolina Comic Con, and I will actually be joining them as well. So, come on down, guys.
Yeah, it's like that's just really, really like it's so beautiful. Looking
Oh,
at
well,
that art piece.
Isn't it though?
It's so great. Because I remember when I met you, I think the most recent time I was with my very good buddy Andrew HVA at Eggman Revolution, I think, in person. And then I think Andrew, he was like starstruck. And I kind of saw that it kind of took him a bit to like say something. um, but that's really cool. Really, really beautiful. I love the art piece.
They are
yeah,
even
and Ryan,
prettier in person.
yeah, I was gonna say the starstruck comment, that was for you, definitely. Just so you know.
Oh, I've been starstruck to talk to you, so I
Oh,
don't know.
come on. No, no, no.
We'll all see. Yeah, the poster is gorgeous. It's as close to a perfect poster as we've ever had, and that's why we have employed OcaRockaRina to be the official artist of the Gold Ring Agency and represent the three of us and anyone else who happens to hop along under our umbrella. And you can see why she makes all of our art for us because I have never seen better. So
Well, you're too
Mhm.
kind. Yeah. This guy right here, he is amazing. He's
appreciate
truly
that.
an amazing person.
And you know what's also cool about OcaRockaRina is that she is an encyclopedia of knowledge about Sonic. I mean, she knows things about the franchise and the characters that I don't even know, and so you know that when you get artwork from her, it's going to be really detail oriented, and every single little thing is going to be thought about and perfected, um, because she knows exactly how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to look, and so that's what we get. Every single print or every single piece of art, no matter what we ask her to do, she's just like, "Sure, I can do that." It's so refreshing, especially from somebody who has no drawing or art skills at all. Like people come up to me at cons all the time and say, "Can you just like draw a little Sonic head next to your signature?" and I always do a smiley face, just a circle with 2 dots and a crescent. And I go, that's Sonic. So exactly, that's as good as I can do. And then sometimes I put the word Sonic in a little arrow, so they go, why did Ryan create a little smiley face on my, but yeah, we're very, very lucky at the Gold Ring Agency to have her as our in-house artist, and she's always cooking up stuff like a mad scientist to have for different occasions and on our tables. And I don't know if you showed off the banner that you made for me
I did, yes.
earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, no matter what, it's like if I need something that looks awesome, number one on my speed dial, if that's even still a thing.
Oh, well, thank you. It's really sweet of you to say.
It's all true. I'd
And
say it
just,
even if you weren't
well,
here.
I know you would. I mean, truly, this guy's amazing, people. Come on now. But it's, an honor to be able to make artwork for you and the rest of the gang. And, I don't even, we go so far back. It's
True.
just, it's amazing to just kind of see where, life has taken us and just,
Yeah, we go back to MySpace. Are you kidding me?
yeah, if you want to know
That's how
how
far back we're
long we've
talking.
known each other.
I just noticed in this
Mm.
picture of the three of us with your poster that David's in it twice.
Yeah.
He's like photobombing.
And
Yeah,
even
right.
Shadow.
Oh
Shadow's
yeah,
hilarious.
even Shadow's poking through there. I was just like, that's funny. It's like here's David and me and Scott and David again. Wait a minute, what?
That is actually, yes, because his head is the perfect size
It
to
is. It's the
almost,
perfect
yeah, I
size.
never noticed that, but that is
Yeah.
that is hilarious.
How do you say David backwards? Divade? That's his twin brother, Divade. Divod?
Yeah. Divad.
Yeah, Divad.
Divad.
Divad. I love that. I'm going to call
Oh.
him that in South Carolina. Say, hey, Divad.
You're like, what?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you have to be on Discord to know.
Oh, okay. I see another question by Cake Magic. Um, Rena, what's the most obscure Sonic fact you know?
Good one.
Well, sure. Uh, well, I mean, here's something. There was a Sonic and Tamagotchi collab that they did in Japan in the 90s. Um, I mean, I know that's kind of totally random, totally out there, and I'll admit I did not actually know about it until recently, which is why I'm telling you because it's fresh in my mind. But I just Sonic is just such an icon that he's truly just, you know, shown up everywhere. It's just crazy to all the different. I'm just waiting for him to make a Pokemon cameo, you know? We'll see.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see a question by Domestic Made. Will the poster be in Sonic Cons too? I think the one that's in the picture.
Do you
Yeah,
want me to
yeah,
handle
so
that one?
please do.
Yeah. So, what it looks like this year, if you're talking this year, is that I believe there are three more Sonic Cons this year. That would be Sonic Boost in San Diego, Sonic Expo Atlanta in Atlanta, curiously enough, and then of course the mother of them all, Sonic Expo in Dallas. And as far as I'm almost positive that the three of us and the poster will all be at Sonic Boost in San Diego. We'll be at Sonic Expo Atlanta, but for the first year in 4 or 5 years, this year we actually will not be at Sonic Expo in Dallas. Um,
Oh.
and there's a I don't know if it's a good reason because that's up to you to decide, but we have been offered for the last 3 or 4 years to make an appearance at Rhode Island Comic Con, which is a huge Comic Con. And
Mm.
we have always said, sorry, Rhode Island, that's the same weekend as Sonic Expo Dallas. And so unless you change your dates, we will never be able to attend. And of course they said, no, we're not doing that. But they came to us this year and they said, "What do you think about this year?" And we all talked about it, and we said, we've been to Sonic Expo Dallas many years in a row, and so maybe this year we will go to the Atlanta Sonic Expo and not the Dallas one, so that we can finally go do the Rhode Island show. And so that those are the two Sonic cons we will be at: Sonic Boost San Diego and Sonic Expo Atlanta.
Mm. So you heard it here, folks.
This might actually be the first. Yeah, speaking of, this might be the first that it's ever been said out loud. So y'all get some exclusive info.
Ooh, I think we have time for one more question. Who would like to be the final question, chat? Do you have one more question for Rena here?
It could be for Ryan too. I don't need to. I know everyone would
Rena's
rather
like, I'm
talk
so
to
tired.
him.
I'm looking forward to seeing you all there too. I hope that everyone here in the room can either make it to Sonic Boost. Please do support that that event if you can. Sonic Boost is a first year con made by the nicest people, and we are really excited for them to kind of start. Any new person who wants to throw their hat in the ring and make a Sonic Con in America or worldwide for that matter, I applaud them because it's not easy to do. And so we really want to support Sonic Boost and make sure that we water them and feed them so they grow into a beautiful flower. And then, of course, all of our traditional friends at Sonic Expo, we want to support them too. So I hope everybody can make it to either Atlanta or San Diego this year.
Oh, I'm definitely going to Boost because that's my
Nice.
home city. So
Hey, there you go.
yeah, so I will be volunteering there as their like photographer lead. So
Hey, did I
yeah.
know that? I used to live in San Diego for like 11 years. Did I know that you were from there?
Um, I believe I told Scott and he remembered.
Right. I was going to say, did we
Yeah,
chat about it? Yeah, it's possible.
I think so. I think I might have told you. I think at that comics and stuff meet and greet.
Yes, at Fashion
Um,
Valley. There you go. Figured it
yeah,
out. Yep.
yeah.
It'll be good to see you
Um,
there.
yeah. Like you're gonna see me like taking photos and all
And
that.
Kevin, I see you're going to be there too. That's awesome. Yay.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to
You asked
figure
for
out
one
which.
question, you got a few more. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I think I'll for the final question I'll ask Kevin's question because it's a good one. For Rena, what is one advice you would give to any artist who would like to do artwork for VAs like you do? Ooh, great
aw.
question.
Well, first, I'm honored that that question can actually come toward me because, again, this is just a dream come true for me. I would say just keep drawing. Just feel free to reach out to people. But depending on if you have someone specifically in mind, I would suggest drawing their character, getting a lot of practice in to kind of you know get the hang of exactly how their character looks, and maybe sending them, if there's someone specific, you could send them your artwork and say, hey, I've done this. I love your work. I would be honored if I could make some artwork for your character and everything. And so I'd say, yeah, so just keep drawing, draw a lot. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. And, and sometimes you'll get rejected, but better things will happen. So just, again, keep drawing. That's the most important thing. And have fun while you're doing it.
And Rena, can I like piggyback on that too?
Please do.
If you're really interested, the way we get to see art, because normally at conventions we're stuck behind the table, is come to the table and introduce yourself and bring us art and perhaps gift it to us so that we don't have to just look at it and it goes away. That maybe you have like a flat or something that you've worked on that you have printed off and you can give us a copy. And I know that all of us love getting Sonic art. And I probably met at least a couple thousand artists over all the years. Um, and, uh, and so sometimes even if like you can't get to the level that, let's say, Rena's at, where you become like the actual um, staff of the agency doing all the art for us. Sometimes, like I have keychains um, on my table that an artist in LA named Kevin, not this Kevin, but a different one. There's more than one Kevin in this world. That the other Kevin has made for me. I have acrylic standees on my table that a really talented artist in Northern California named Paisley Arts does for me. I have earrings on my table that are made from bottle caps from a company called Bottlescape, and they were just vendors at a show. And I kind of walked around when it was slow on a Sunday, and I was like, I've never seen Sonic earrings made out of recycled bottle caps. That is awesome. And got their card and called them up and say, hey, can you make me 50 pairs of earrings? I'd love to sell them on my table. So crazier things have happened. But if you really want to work for voice actors, absolutely the first thing is to introduce yourself, hopefully in person. Hopefully you can give them something. And the icing on the cake is to just be kind. Because I know that for me and Scott and David, our most important thing and what we live by in life is just everybody just be kind to each other. And so if you're genuinely a nice person and you have some killer art skills and we can come meet you, there's your in right there.
Very well said, Ryan.
That was extremely well said.
Thank you. I talk for a living.
And of course, unfortunately, we will have to end this panel, but I want to thank you, Rena, and especially you, Ryan, for surprising us.
My pleasure. Thanks for letting me pop in at the end.
Oh, yeah, thank you for popping in. I mean, I'm telling
Sure.
you, I was like killing, like this crowd was just, I was just doing badly at
Were they
fumbling.
throwing tomatoes at you?
I
Is that what
felt
happened?
like, no, okay, no, this
Yeah.
audience has been amazing. Like they've been super sweet.
I was
But
gonna say I saw everybody in this room. Everyone
I
looks like a really nice person.
I've been throwing tomatoes at myself.
Got
So
you. Got you.
And of course, the next panel is going to be starting soon, which is another artist showcase with Jasmine by the Bay. So it will be starting soon. And of course, this panel is recorded and it will be on my YouTube channel. Later today. So if you want to, if in case for those who missed this panel, it will be on my YouTube channel. And let's all give a round of applause for Rena. She really does a lot of amazing artwork.
Yay.
seriously, I appreciate the support and everything. And thank you, Leah, for everything you do and for inviting me to this. And just, the amount of work that you put into everything is just very commendable. And I know next panel is starting, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you much just for having me here. And thank you again, everybody, for, showing up with your questions. Really means a lot. So thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, folks.
Bye.